Have patience, Taurus. Sometimes your dreams are going to grow very slowly. Some of the best quality things take time to cook, takes time to mature, it takes time to age. And a lot of the trends and a lot of the different things that you may see, and it may feel like a wave and it may feel like something you want to catch or jump on some type of bandwagon. Trust the universe during this time. Trust the God that you believe in during this time. That whatever is meant for you, it's moving at the right pace. It's going at the right rate. Okay? Because when a tower hits, when a tower falls, you won't be in ground zero. It's something about you won't be at ground zero. And so it's harder to get out of it's harder to get out of ground zero if you need to leave in a hurry, or if you need to pivot and go in another direction, if you're knee deep in the middle. All right. That's always the last place that resources can be provided to, that help can be administered to. I heard hey hey. If you're scared, because I heard an oxymoron. So if you're scared, carry around a chicken with you, like maybe a chicken bone. Something about a chicken bone. You can wear it. All right. While some type of transformation is going, I'm also hearing um needing and get like acupuncture, needing or something like that. You're gonna feel guided to do something holistic, um, to help with some type of tension. Could be like tension in the neck. Okay. Um, they want you to start practicing some type of holistic measure. Like you can do both, right? And I feel like they want you to practice some type of holistic method, so that way you don't have to get ready. So you stay ready. That's what they're saying. They don't want you to worry. You will be provided for. And if you get scared, take hey hey with you. So it's like hey hey hey. Let's scale it back. Ground yourself. Let's keep it together. So there is no need for you to have any fear. But I do feel like some type of delay is at play here. And the delay that's at play has something to do with quality versus quantity. You're the real deal, okay? Whatever your gifts, talents are, whatever you're currently working on, whatever you've been investing in, it will pay off, all right? This is that time of the year or this season where you're meant to just hold your head down and focus on just doing it and not thinking about how much you got to do, okay? Because it seems like it's not quite time for you to free yourself from something. It's not quite time for you to get out of something. Allow that person to play the role that they're meant to play, so they can get you where you need to go. If it's a connection, allow that person to serve their purpose, and you just know that when their purpose is no longer being served, they'll be removed out of your life. You know what I'm saying? They will be dismissed. Okay, they no longer qualify to be in your presence. All right, for those of you where it's a job, okay, or something like that, they will serve a purpose until they don't anymore. And that's just the way the cookie is going to crumble. So, all my business men and women, I feel like this message is really going to be for you, Taurus. Strong Taurus North Node, but I'm picking up a lot of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and North Node. Because you are currently irritating some demons. So it's some power struggles happening. And because those authority figures, whoever that figure may be in your life, isn't able to disrupt your peace and cause chaos and get you to commit to something, then there's a tantrum. This is like a big ass spiritual tantrum. Oh, man. Let go. All right, let go of the need to be right. I also heard, was it Frodo? Are y'all okay? Okay. I don't know if it's Frodo, Tito. What's the name of the dog off of Wizard of Oz? Dorothy. Dorothy's dog. Tito, Frodo. I feel like I'm messing the dog's name up. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. Yeah, you gotta give someone time to lick their wounds. Their ego bruised a little bit, and they need some time to lick their wounds. You know, they gotta do something. And when they are done healing from something, they'll come back around and, they'll learn not to do that. Someone's learning your limitations, what you will and won't allow. They don't normally do this for anybody. Okay, but when somebody wants someone, or they want something, they know how to act right. So someone's getting some act right in their system. It's connected to a past life energy. Your purpose, it seems like you've met a lot of people in your past life, but the healing this time is not for you, it's for them. So you've met people that you share a past life story with them. And in this lifetime, you're meeting them again, not because you need to learn a lesson, but because you're giving them an opportunity to clear out their karma that they have with you. They got some type of karma that they accumulated with you by either resenting you, hating you, or betraying you, or doing something to you in a past life. You forgave them, and now this lifetime, they have to come in to forgive themselves. You forgave yourself and set yourself free, and now this lifetime they forgive themselves so they can set themselves free. Now, each and every single one of them may or may not actually forgive themselves, but that's not your business. The only business that you are responsible for is the parts of you that needs to understand what's happening, what the battle is really about. I'm also hearing there's a period connected to crusades of some sort. Dun, 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 dun. And so all of these, like, oh, you're foolish, you having this gift is a red flag. You put a target on your back. You should be afraid of that. There's intentions to make you feel alienated, isolated, and like you're alone, and no one's standing to the battle. No one's standing on the battlefield, and that you're by yourself. But you on the battlefield, and all these spirits showing up for you. Yeah, like you're not here alone. The Star and the Lovers. And so, though it may look like you're battling against something that's unseen, seen and unseen, and you have no one defending you, and you're just easy prey to predators and hunters and whatever. It isn't what it seems. It's a trick. I feel like you are. It's like, go ahead. Spirit's like, go ahead. If you brave, do your worst. And it's only after doing their worst that they know that you're protected. So you have people walking away like you walking away knowing that you're protected. Like, I don't have to like what you do. I don't have to know why you're being allowed to do what it is that you do. But one thing I can guarantee is that you're protected. You know how they know you're protected? Because they tried to fuck you up. They tried to do their worst. They tried to break you. They tried to send some shit your way. And it backfired. So many of them ain't gonna say nothing about it. They ain't gonna say, like, they ain't gonna say. Why would they tell you? And it's usually coming from people where you tried to just walk away. Harley Quinn said it best. When she had her own show, her own movie, and she was like, see, how it works is the moment that I tell you no or that I reject you, you're going to be hunting me down for the rest of my life. So I got to finish it. That's kind of like the situation that you have when it comes to you wanting to avoid conflict, you wanting to avoid, like when you're able, it's like a person may be interested in you. And because you know it's not going to work out, you may say, hey, listen, I'm not interested. You may even put the blame on you. I'll put the blame on me, and I'll put the blame on me. And they still feel scorned. They still feel upset. They still feel like you did something to them. But you were just trying to spare them. So it's like now, a lesson got to be learned. Now something worse has to happen. Now I have to finish you because if I let you stay alive, you're going to hunt me down for the rest of my life. Kill Bill. They foolish. So you are raking up the earth. You're cleaning the planet. Okay? That's what I'm getting. You're being divinely guided. I'm finna stutter. You're being divinely guided to rake it up. I tell Alma, rake it up. Move it back. Something. Rake it up. Rake it up. Mm-hmm. So who's really the fool? So you coming off like naive, like you don't know no better, like you're gullible, like you're easy to manipulate because you young or you look young or you look like you don't know much about this industry or that market, this field, this system, whatever it is. It's like, no, don't do that. And what do? They try anyway. I feel like you aren't the only one that this has happened to. This has happened to multiple people like you, but you're the last stop. You're like the person Spirit sends in as the closer. You close doors. You finish them. You wrap that shit up. But prior to you, they were getting away with it. So you're being sent in for people to see the light. Turn from your ways. Quit being evil, because this is some evil shit here. Evil. Some of you guys, it takes you down a path where you have to take them to court. You know, others of you, it's like a series of unfortunate events follow. As soon as you have to leave a situation, God forbid, you end up having to move and pack up and move to another city, state, location. That's when all the karma hits. When they get don't get me wrong, they're allowed to get their last laugh. You understand? Because that's when you really let it go. When you say, oh, I'll walk away, but I always get the last laugh, that's you usurping karma on your own strength, off your own power. But when you let the other person have the last laugh, you have 100% let go of the situation, and you are no longer looking back. You know, you're no longer waiting for the follow-up, the commentary, none of that. Because God, the universe, source, won't be laughing. There won't be a laughing situation. Okay? The Emperor in reverse, abuse of power. They should have been you're supposed to be able to tell when someone is anointed. You're supposed to be able to tell when someone is on a bigger mission than you. There's levels to this shit. You're supposed to be able to recognize divine children. Okay? This child look innocent, look naive, look like you can steal candy from that baby, even the horse if you want to, but God is always watching. Okay? Watching you and the child. And someone didn't realize that about you. So anytime you have to walk away from a situation to resolve it, it's because you gave them the last laugh. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. You know, shame on me. And then you start serving time. And that just makes it worse. So this is for y'all where you had to serve time. And for every minute, every second of time that was delayed or wasted, they guarantee your abundance. Your harvest is bigger. Like I couldn't have played that out any better than myself. Myself. That's only it's one thing when you play the game off your own strength. But when you let a higher power play the game on your behalf, you're like, I couldn't have orchestrated that better myself. Look at that, 10 Pentacles. It's a large payout. A large ass payout. Someone is sitting around gloating as well about how they're going to get like their money back. Someone feels like you owe them money. Like how they're going to get some money out of you. You have the Two of Cups. It's like, oh, you think I lost? I'll just catch you next year. or, something like that. So disappointing. There's some type of bad news coming in. So here's the thing. When this situation plays out, there's going to be a lot of bad news. Plans that other people are making, folded, fall through, not successful. And it's all connected to you. Okay? It's all connected to you. This is forgetting where you got it from. Don't forget where you got it from is like the moral of the lesson here. Yeah, the King of Wands. Someone lied. Someone here lied, and they're having a hard time accepting a loss because their lies caught up to them. Someone is trying to get back into your energy. They're waiting for like a reason, like some type of bad news. They want you to tell them some type of bad news that they heard from somebody else. And they're like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me. I didn't hear it from you. I got to hear it from someone else. But like, y'all don't talk. So someone's like, see, this is why I need to be involved. See, this is why I need to be in a picture. Someone's trying to muster up a reason why they need to come back around you. So they may make it about the sky. They may make it about children. They may make it about legacy, family, holidays. Like, oh, you got people out here laughing and talking and gossiping about what the fuck is going on in this situation and that situation. And you happy with that. Like, you okay with that. Hey, it's like, hey, if it's my fault, my bad, I offend you, but it is what it is. Because you're not a prisoner to keeping face or showing face. You're not a prisoner to having to pretend. When you have to wear a mask and pretend like shit is perfect, that's exhausting. And then you work 10 times harder trying to keep the background perfect. You work 10 times harder trying to make everything look right because you're working to appease people for validation, for clicks and likes and bait. But really, at the end of the day, if you keeping it real with yourself, you aren't perfect. And the fact that you aren't perfect is what qualifies you. But no one gets to dictate what perfection looks like, what imperfection looks like. Because now it's gotten to a point where people feel like they can dictate what imperfection is supposed to look like. And if it looks like anything outside of their vision of imperfection, they feel like you're faking. Which means small minds, small mentalities they get into this energy where they never want to see you change. They never want to see you change because now they've become some type of author of confusion. Do you believe a nun should dress a certain type of way? Do you believe a priest should dress a certain type of way? Do you believe that there should be a dress code, a code of conduct, rules and regulations and stipulations placed on a person of certain type of stature or wisdom or knowledge? No, they look like you. They dress like you. And some of them have to dress for the level of consciousness they're called to go to. So it's on the highest of the highs and on the lowest of the lows. That's out of your tax bracket. It's like someone here is like, that's out of your tax bracket. That is not your governing. That's not your realm. Do you go around telling telling the powers that be how they supposed to send in spies or informants and different? No, you can't go around telling people what they're supposed to do. Can you tell people how they're supposed to act, how they're supposed to perform? No, it's not going to make sense. It's not going to make sense, because if it was meant to make sense, it wouldn't be a secret mission. You see what I'm saying? And so people be foolish because they be easily they get used as authors of confusion. And they get you to bite the hand that's feeding you. They get you to sabotage yourself. And you be like, oh, dang. I mean, when you put it like that, I didn't think of it like that. Of course, you didn't think. And if you're not thinking, who's thinking for you? What energy? Who's controlling you? What narrative, what belief system, what program is dictating your reactions? My mama used to call those dodo bats. There's a bunch of dodo bats. Oh my goodness. Childhood memories. The irony. She's a Taurus. All right. So it looks like for all my for all of my Taurians that are meant to shine your light, you're kind, you're loyal, you're generous, and you're confident. And it reads as you're trying to be in competition with patriarchal systems and masculine energy. And so they want to put you back in your place. Child, good luck. Good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. Tip top cheerio. Top of the fucking morning. Okay, mate? I don't know where the hell I went. I feel like I jumped from 2 different regions. Walking away. So you're walking away. Journey in reverse. So you went the other way. This is not making a U-turn. This is going another. You are derailing something. You're like, nope, not going that way. I'm going in a different direction. I'm walking away. This is trouble. This is fire. This is hot. Don't like it. I'm going in the opposite direction. Okay. So we have higher self in reverse and journey in reverse. So are you denying a mission? Are you denying an assignment? Walking away from something is denying some type of soul purpose. What is your soul purpose? You got some type of soul purpose that you're supposed to be ending some type of ancestral karma. It's supposed to end with you. 11:11. Healing energy on me. Okay, I'm walking away. You're supposed to be doing this shit. You're supposed to be breaking the cycle of poverty, scarcity. In a system where authority figures got shit fucked up. But it's like you're petrified to have your image or your image or your reputation tarnished by associating with people that are trouble or bad news or that, got enemies in places. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't want to be affiliated with you. Yeah, I respect you and I like you as an artist, as a intuitive, as a creative, but I don't want to be associated with you. I don't want to be affiliated with you because you got bad blood with a lot of powerful people. And so if I'm trying to revamp my reputation, rebrand my name or my image, and I attach you to me, then everything that you do directly is affected by you. Everything that you do will be directly affected by you. Because then it brings up a whole nother conversation that takes away the attention. And this is why everyone has to be in their own lane. That's what it looks like. It's like someone is saying you don't have no chill. You don't have no chill. You don't know how to just chill and just let shit play out. You just gotta be disruptive. You know? You want to burn the whole shit down. And I feel like it's salvageable. Loki, right? What did Loki do? He kept trying to change an outcome. And the female version of Loki kept trying to just destroy the whole thing. And he kept trying to say to her over and over and over again, that's not going to work. And so eventually Kang sat there and he was like, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. How long have we played this scene out? And this person was like, for a very long time, I played this scene out, trying to get, it's like when you stay in a dream and the dream keeps ending a certain type of way. And so you stay asleep trying to change the outcome of the dream. That's control issues. Damn. Okay. That's control issues, especially when it's a bad dream and you don't like the ending. And it's like now you're invested in staying asleep long past the expiration date. You can go back into that dream state and you can change the outcome. But no matter how many times you try it and how many different ways you do it and what you try to do, nothing changes. Because when Cain created the female Loki, he created her for as pure destruction. She is the atomic bomb. She is the undoing. So he made two extremes of someone that refused to the extreme of a rebel that refused to conform, and then the extreme of destruction. Right? Because the person that Loki refused to conform, but he still showed up and he still did it, even though he didn't want to. So he hid that side of himself. He was a stranger, an imposter to himself, because on the inside he was like, fuck that. But then he had his father and his brother and the people that he revered and respected, his community, telling him that he was good and not bad, and he had a choice and he needed to do it a certain type of way. And he felt like, fuck. So the most that he allowed himself to indulge in a bad context was, being a player, he had to get it out a little bit. But for the most part, he was bored. He was bored of the mundane. He was bored of it all. And then you have the female Loki, where she was from the moment she was 5 years old, she was being traumatized, taken from her family, hunted and then told that she had to conform. And so the moment that she got an opportunity, she ran, and they chased her through dimension after dimension looking for her ass to eradicate her. They tried to prune her. They consider her damaged goods. And the same people that was sent to prune her out was created by the author. It was created specifically to be unprunable. What the fuck? So yeah, you're like unprunable. But like I said, in order for the greater good to be established, in order for, you know, the divine timeline to be restored, the person that feels like they're not qualified has to step up to the plate. And it looks like it's the masculine energy. Okay. You are responsible for the timeline, the divine timeline, and how it all plays out. And so that burden that you have to carry, you have to go and sit in that throne and be the leader. And you know it. You know it. But I feel like you left that divine path a little bit so you can go off and kind of go and get the recognition that you know you deserve. So it's like having a moment of, well, what about for me, my flesh, the experience that I went through here on earth? I didn't get that. I deserve that recognition for all the hard work and the creativity and the stuff that I was able to do in this lifetime. And so you maybe you about to have a life review if that's what's necessary. Because you can't fold on, you can't just walk away from your soul purpose, your soul calling. And so his act of love for the female Loki was for her to be able to go on Earth, exist in a timeline, just live a normal life. And have the experience that she never got to have because it was robbed from her at a very young age. And so instead of feeling like she needed to destroy everything, she felt like humanity was rebuildable. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. That's actually exactly what I'm seeing here. You're meant to provide security, protection, be the foundation that building blocks can be created from. Build a new world. There you will be successful. And I feel like that's just a continuation. I feel like your intuition is telling you that you've seen the vision, you've seen the new world, you've seen how everything is supposed to play out. But with new beginning in reverse, it's like you're like, not yet, not yet. I just need to do one tour. I just need to do one I just need to do one moment in the sun before I actually transition, before I actually, this is how you want to go out. So it seems like you bought yourself some more time. I don't see you reincarnating. This may be your last reincarnation, to be honest with you. Like you're needed in a higher position. So yeah, instead of it's like you need to go back to something, back to the drawing board. You're needed in some type of higher position. That's what I'm getting. The vacation is over. Maybe your moment in the sun was like, I need a vacation or an escape. I need to live a little bit. Because I feel like you want to go down there with the locals and you want to kind of be amongst the people, but you've already been there, done that. So you're meant to allow someone else to be there and do that. That's not your north node. That's your south node now. So something about your Your north node looks like you're meant to be a star, or you're meant to be the star that other people wish upon. So either you're a fixed star where you put yourself in a position where people can look up to you, or you're trying to be dust and you want to incarnate and be in a fleshly body. Don't this look like Michael? Don't it look like Michael Jackson? It's like you're trying to be on a battlefield. Mm-mm. Your days of being you're retiring. 3 stars. You're retiring. This is honorable discharge as well. Is what I'm getting for some of you guys. You're being honorably discharged. You know, I just realized that I've held that in the camera for a really long time, and it was some tatas. Shabuski. So you bought yourself some more time so you can make sure that you walk away with no regret. And that's what it is. And now you're going to get rewards. You're about to start getting a lot of rewards. When you stop doing something, that's when your recognition is really going to come. Because you've already put out a lot. Something like that's only for those of you that have already put out a lot of material. You've already done a lot on the battlefield. Like a battlefield. And I see you trading in your sneakers like for dress shoes. You know what I'm saying? Your jeans for a business suit. You're about to go down in history. It's something about dressing the part for the new life that you're about to have and the type of people that need to be able to look up to you. And this may be why, like, you are still going to be you. People are still going to be able to relate to you, but it's a position of power that you're needed to inhabit. Because they're going to trust you because you know you have an angle. Other people know how hard an industry is, how hard a field is, and they feel like you've been done wrong, and so you know what to look out for. You know how to make sure everybody wins and succeeds when they are in this field, in this industry. I keep getting this message a lot. That's also going to get you out of some type of contract that you have where someone will no longer make royalties off of you or profit off of you. Something about shareholding. I see you giving up your share, or you finishing your last thing that releases you from some type of contract. All I'm saying is they're saying that you've delayed this as long as you could. Your life is in play mode right now. Okay. And it's coming for you. And you're like, oh, God, I did it my way 3 times. And it didn't work. You know what? I surrender. You right. You got it. You win. And then God takes over. 3 of Swords. All is right again. All is right again. The 3 of Swords is what I was waiting to see in reverse. This is how you make it right. There's only one route. Only one divine path. And the divine path, all the other timelines that you keep practicing or you keep wanting to see if works, those are infinite possibilities. But that is not the divine plan. And so as much as you hate the divine plan, until you're on it, and this is the journey of the rebel. Okay? Until you're on that divine plan, you will feel like you hit roadblocks, you hit pitfalls, you hit because you're not on the divine plan. But no one else can make you step up to this. No, that the divine plan does not mean you're supposed to go and be up under someone else and play backseat in someone else's life. The divine plan is saying you're supposed to be in a position of leadership. Leadership. You are the star that people are supposed to wish upon. Not for themselves, but when they pray, you got your star. Not just in the concrete where people go and put their hands and celebrities remember that way. No, you're ingrained in the stars up there. It's fixed. And so when they say, oh, I really wish I could do this, or I really wish that you over here granting it. That's your purpose. All right. So that's all the messages that I have for you guys today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Love you, Taurus. Bye.